I'm Stan, CTO with IABM, and understanding IT infrastructure and networking, particularly when dealing with video, is extremely important. And I happen to have an expert here, Addy from AlvaLinks. So tell us about your company.
Oh, thank you, Stan. AlvaLinks is a company founded in 2022, and we are tackling the lifeline of any broadcast organization, which is the network or the IT infrastructure. And AlvaLinks is doing that by offering a proactive observability to our customers. We already have several customers in the broadcast market utilizing our solution and reaching a very fast ROI using our solution.
So can you just tell me a little bit more about proactive observability?
Yeah, proactive observability is all about actively running synthetic traffic through the network alongside with the traffic we want to monitor. In that case, a video stream that is running across the network, which might be yours or somebody else. We want to start by discovering the route that that traffic is going through so that we will have a reference point if something is changing or misbehaving. We use the synthetic traffic to run through it to discover that. And once we discover a route or multiple routes, we start testing that route by measuring the reception of that synthetic traffic on the other end. And we gather all sorts of measurements, for example, packet arrival time at the destination, packets that might got lost, reordering, and so on. We also send that information that we gather to a centralized database. So now we can draw dashboards and put charts one on top of the other so we can correlate events and eventually find the root cause of events on one single dashboard.
Well, that's great. Can you give me a specific a case study on this?
Well, we have customers that utilize us to identify problems that they had, that they couldn't figure out whether it was their equipment manufacturers or the local network, the circuit provider, the cloud. And we came along as a single source of truth. We installed our software probes, and we were able to discover what was the root cause, show that in a matter of hours instead of weeks, shortening the time to identify and exonerate some portions of the delivery of the workflow. So it was very easy for the team to go and solve the problem afterwards. After solving that, they can then use our solution to verify that will not happen again and be ready for the next time they will have a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. That saves a lot of time, which of course is money. So just tell us about the specific tools for the broadcast industry you have.
Well, for the broadcast industry, we developed several tools on top of what we usually do. One is a SMPTE 2022-7 multipath probe that will allow our customers to test multiple paths to validate if they're truly working in conjunction together, recovering packets or seeing the latency and jitter impact of those whenever SMPTE 2022-7 is in use for multitude of applications. We offer remote stream testing to allow remote site to be tested before we launch a new service or a new live event, and that can save hours to days on testing before we even put any encoder device on the field, and that is done remotely by activating an application. But the biggest thing that we have today to offer is an SRT in-flight probe, which is a big conundrum in the industry. We basically doing an in-flight analysis of SRT flows coming or going to an organization. So we gather information and we visualize the behavior of the SRT protocol, so then we can identify problems that might be in the network or the configuration. For instance, poor latency buffer or not adequate jitter being sustained. So then we can focus the organization on what he needs to do to improve his SRT reception or identify problems that they are brewing.
Oh, that's really cool with the SRT stuff because SRT is being used all over the place. And if you can do specific, but in listening to some of your tools, is that a little complicated maybe for some normal operators?
Well, this is great. That's a lot of information to understand and to read, to monitor. And as a response, we created a score, or what we call a DPS, which basically gathers those critical and vital pieces of information, real-time information, crunches them into a formula and provides a single score so that anybody can understand what is going on. As long as you're in the green, everything is okay. If you're going to an orange, you need to take some action. And if it's red, call somebody because something is bad. And that simplifies the way that you need to understand that. The level needed to understand is very low because of that. But the professional people like to have that ability to see all the data in one single pane, and they can then go and analyze that, find the correlation, finding the root cause, and eventually solve the problems that they have.
I love the colored light syndrome. That really narrows it down and it lets people dig in that can get right to the detail. Well, I can't do an interview without chatting about AI these days, so tell me your take on that.
Well, AI is something big in the industry, and everybody are running and gearing up for AI. We also thought and think this is the next big thing, and we are harnessing AI to provide automated insights about problems so that people can not only see the score, but they now can use the AI to analyze and to better understand what is going on, to get better explanation, and using AI find the root cause of the problem, and that will provide them insight and guidance on how they will be able to fix their problem immediately or in the future as time is spent. We are big believers in AI and the use of that in the industry.
Well, I think that's the big issue we've been running into. A lot of people just fix things, they don't get to the root cause. And it seems like you're on that direction. All right, so just tell us what's happening at NAB this year.
Well, this will be the second time we have a booth at the NAB at the West Hall. And this year we are going to show our advances in AI. We are coupling the AI to our observability solution, and we're going to demonstrate that to all the people that are going to come and visit us during the NAB show in April this year.
Yeah, sounds like things are underway. Well, Addy, we'll definitely catch up at NAB, and it's been great working with you over the years, and thanks for the chat today.
Thank you, Stan. Likewise.